What is the truth today, Joe? What is the truth? And I'll likely die alone. And I'll never be able to figure out if anyone's been through what I've been through. I wonder if I'll ever recognize it in someone else. It seems like we're too disconnected to even fathom what someone else has gone through. I can't even tell. I just assume everyone's gone through what I've gone through in life. I just look at older people, anyone actually who's just lived life or they have something to say on YouTube that resonates. I just assume that they've been through hell. And the reason that they're able to share is because of that. And my worst fear is that it's just for clout and money. I suppose the survival instinct in me is doing this to get money, and yet I have a sneaking suspicion that this won't go anywhere, and it's simply an exercise of self-improvement, to look at what I'm afraid of revealing to everybody, which is what I don't show anyone behind closed doors. I'm on this mission to be real, but I can't tell if everyone's just being real and that's who they are always. What you see on the cameras, are they always like that? In their worst moments? And why don't they bring that to work? Why don't people just look like they just got out of bed or homeless? It's like a rare thing. Almost like you have to be old and too impaired to where you can't be anything other than yourself, because it's too much effort to be anything else than that. Even recording this is still not exactly. It's just being modified as I go to try to correct it to be as authentic as possible. I'm trying to face my reflection while I'm speaking, but authentically I wouldn't even have the camera rolling, and it's taken quite a lot of courage to face my own reflection. Even the message is warped because it's gone from the audience of one to the audience of the unknown number. As though I'm out here trying to preach, but apparently my voice needs to be heard, and this has taken quite a lot to actually feel like that even mattered at all, because I know if it does, I probably won't feel it until after I'm gone. I'm not sure what my exact purpose here is, or if it's just to hit people in a certain way that will allow them to reach their purpose. It almost feels like, what's the fucking point? I spend so much time just listening to other people speak that this is one of the few occasions where I've actually shared an opinion. Everyone seems to know what they're talking about. And I find that troubling when information changes constantly. Even with this message, it might be my truth at this time, but going forward I could be completely different again. I've already changed so much in just today. picture of your penis to people and then not get a response, or not appreciate it, as though I didn't just do the biggest favor. I solved the mystery for you that you wouldn't have known otherwise. Like a magician showing his trick. Okay, that's probably why. Never would feel the magic, the trick. Sad that we live in such an illusion. Our relationships are just built on the image that you are in that moment, and if you don't come correctly and the best version of yourself you could ever present, then you don't stand a chance. And then it's funny because later on, when you inevitably can't uphold that image any longer, then they fall away from you because it was built on false pretenses. I dream of a world where people just show their entire being to others, what they only reveal to themselves up front. Lay it all on the line so you know who that other person is. And all I face is rejection for it because maybe I reveal a part about some people that they keep hidden. The real, authentic self that they keep behind closed doors, and they never show the world. It's as though the truth is too much to handle. But it's sad for folks like me because you have no encouragement to go further. You have no support. You're a one-man mission against entire society. And what's more is when you do act freely, you put yourself in danger of being imprisoned either in an insane asylum or a jail or a prison, because you saw too much. Your brain got to a place that no longer fits the framework of society. It no longer fits the mold. You can no longer play by the rules that everyone else is playing by, because they're still trying to keep playing by the rules so that they remain safe. But if you think about it, you're imprisoned in that sense. You're just living by the imprisonment of rules that are placed on your life, that you follow, that they call law. Like the First Amendment now, you're not allowed to use hate speech. It's just strange to me that people died for freedom, yet we're not really truly free. You can't just do anything. They just call it freedom. I find it strange that there are homeless people. It just emphasizes that everyone's out for themselves. Because if we weren't, everyone would go out of their way to help that homeless person. I don't believe altruism exists. I believe it's all pro-social behavior. We only do nice things for others because we expect something in return for that, some kind of notoriety that you did a good deed, and therefore you must be a good person and get recognized for being that. And it just makes you feel good at the time. So there's still a transaction there. you're still only helping that person because you feel better for doing so. Otherwise, you wouldn't. I can't see at the moment, but I have a gallon milk jug, and I use that to take pisses in when the bathroom's full. I only have one bathroom and 3 people in the apartment. I have actually tried my own piss before, and it was because I was in quite a delusional state, but I wouldn't recommend it to anyone. I may try doing it on here, but probably not. I once had an abscess that exploded in my arsehole. And the only reason I knew that happened was because I woke up and my underwear was soaked, covered in blood, but it had dried, and it was strange because later on I had to stop the bleeding, and it went on for like a couple hours of me just holding a tissue to my arsehole. I was given steroids and actually no prescription to wean off of the steroids. So I attribute that to the reason I actually became what society would call mentally ill in the first place. But I would say it's a gift that I've actually become better through. got costochondritis because I was masturbating all day long. And it actually made it so I thought I was gonna die, because it gives you the symptoms of a heart attack. I think I have this thing called broken heart syndrome, where trauma triggers my heart to change shape. And it's kind of similar to costochondritis. But I think I got them at the same time when I lost the last job. Yeah, I got really good at masturbating. Because through the illness, I had to really hone my focus, and I learned quite a bit about not following anybody except yourself. That's important, because as a man you are the limiting factor in the relationship. You know, the whole thing ends when you're done, when you've had your orgasm. Otherwise, she can just go indefinitely.